now that you have mentioned the skills, so while emphasizing more on skills, I would want to ask what kind of skills would be in demand in 2021 and going beyond. So, what kind of skills do you think people should
Yeah.
polish?
The skills for for small and medium businesses, it's strategic thinking skills rather than opportunistic short-term opportunity thinking. There's a mind shift required. So you need to understand, how to create. If you look at it, most small and medium businesses don't survive deeply for a long time. The reason is that they are on an opportunistic model. So they need to think strategically. Means they need to think, how I'm going to sustainably grow their business, how I'm going to invest to make sure the business grows, what is going to happen. So the mindset
Okay.
change is one, first of all, very important. Secondly, for the employee side, of course, having digital skills and having the ability to use technology and adapt to that very quickly. Of course, for young people, it is natural, but
Yeah.
they cannot stop at that. So, for example, let me give you an example. If you're a computer science graduate today, a programming, if you think you're a hotshot programmer today, I guarantee you in 10 years you won't have a job. The reason for that is that because artificial intelligence and machine language and all those things will do the coding for you. You understand? So
Yes.
you need people with better, first and foremost, you need people with better data analytical, the ability to think through the data and the implication of the data, because we have so much of data, it can get very complicated. No, of course, machines can do it, but it needed a human interface to manage it. We haven't reached a stage, probably not in the next 20 years, to remove us totally.
Yes.
Secondly, I think very specialized skills will be required. It's not the generic, all those generic people will just enable all these machines and other things to run. But but in the end, even let's take what I'm telling you now or your questions. There is enough technology out there. We can generate these questions, and you can write the
Yes.
answers, and you can put a fake John or a fake anybody, fake Rakat, to speak
Yes.
this. There's already, but it's not widespread yet. So
Yeah.
so there is a total rethink on what we are learning. So in the next 1-2 years, you won't see it because this sort of seismic changes happens over a period of 5 to 10 to 20 years. You take the development of China or India, for example, Deepthi. 30 years ago, people look at India, they wouldn't believe what they see in India today or China. 40
Yeah.
years ago, people were riding bicycles wearing blue pants and like a pajama sort of pants. If you've been to Beijing and Shanghai today, it looks like a space city. And one of the second
Yeah.
largest economy. The same thing in India, you can say. The changes
Yeah.
that are happening. Most people don't realize because we live in the world today in our own little world, but seismic changes are happening. That is so vast and so terrible. I mean, such a profound impact on humanity and the world economy and world power, geopolitics. Most people don't realize this. So the same thing I'm telling you about jobs and employment and how we work, and those changes are already happening. We don't realize. So
Yeah.
people's skill set must be much more. Of course, you need people to lift things, and you need people to put things. You need somebody. Even the cleaning will be done by robots up to a level. Even the
Yes.
driving, you don't need a driver. Think about it. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just
Yes.
just imagine, somebody was. I saw recently a picture. There was a helicopter pilot with a guy shooting a picture. A camera. All these guys have been replaced by a drone today, for example.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's
Exactly.
so simple. So can you just look back 10, 15 years from now, what's going to
Yeah.
happen? But in the short term, of course, they need to be technologically, excuse me, they need to be
Yeah.
technologically savvy, technologically adaptive. But long term, the skill set requires a much, much more. You need to be more advanced. And think back today's generation, the people like you, Dipti, versus your dad and grandfather's generation, the ability to do simple things and simple writing and simple
Yes.
calculation was considered great. Accountants used to use calculators those days. We think they are too smart people. I mean, you might not know because in my age, if I look back, when I'm 10 years old, 50 years ago, and I see somebody typing something, oh, I think the
Yes.
guy is very smart. But today, my kids will laugh at me, if I tell them these things. I learn from my children every day. My adult children, they tell me that they're so adaptive, and this is how it is. This is so things are, the world is changing, whether we like it or not. It has been changing a lot, but it's changed. The seismic changes are so fast and much over a much shorter period of time. That's what is happening now.
Yes.
Sorry, I get carried away, so I speak a lot. Huh?
No,
You
sir.
need to edit that comment.
No, sir, but I truly enjoyed what you said, and it makes a lot of sense because right now we are sitting in a different world, and going forward, if we don't update, I think that's the ultimate truth of life. If we don't update ourselves, we get replaced, and
Yeah,
like technology
yeah,
becomes obsolete, humans also
yeah.
become obsolete in the.
Yeah, the title of this article should be Adapt or Perish. You like
So
that?
yes.
Evolve, adapt, or perish. Or something, or adapt or perish. Just keep it sweet with an exclamation mark, That's how you
Okay.
should put adapt
Okay.
or perish.
Adapt or perish. Okay.
Yeah.